Racism in America. Skin color and black people's hair. Video number 3. This is Somonauk Street in Park Forest, Illinois. This was my grandmother's house. She died in the year 1992, at the age of 91 years old. She was the youngest of 4 girls. Here are some pictures of the inside of this house. Like this house, the homes in this neighborhood are 3 bedrooms, 1 bath homes, and with no basement. They list these kinds of homes for $100,000, but these homes sell for $40,000 to $50,000. Now let me show you around the neighborhood. Many people think that black or African American neighborhoods are not safe. People believe that my community is filled with guns, drug dealers, and the majority of black people are poor. All of this is not true. This is another typical or common black or African American neighborhood. My grandmother and her sisters were born 20 to 35 years after slavery. Therefore, my great-grandparents or my grandmother's parents were born right after slavery or during slavery. This also means that slavery was real to them, and Jim Crow laws were 100% real to them. They could no longer make us slaves, but the Jim Crow laws allowed them to treat us like slaves. It was not until the year 1964 is when it was put into federal law, that blacks or African Americans became equal under the law. Until this date, blacks or African Americans were considered subhuman, and thus did not have all the rights and protections white people enjoyed. I was born in 1964. Thus, all of this did not happen generations ago. All of this is part of current events, not past history. Most racists say that 1964 is when the United States started going downhill. Plus, interracial marriages were not legal until the year 1967. Jim Crow laws meant that there were towns that had laws that made it illegal for a black person to be out at night. This resulted in black people not being able to travel or walk down a public street at night. Even in the northern cities like Chicago, Jim Crow laws also meant that there were many towns and neighborhoods where black people could not live. If you want to know more about Jim Crow laws, I will let you look them up on Google. Anyway, my grandmother had 6 aunts. The 4 oldest girls passed as white. After slavery, white men could not mix with black women so easily. Since the 4 oldest girls could pass as white, and the other 2 could not, meant that my great-grandparents or my grandmother's parents were born during slavery. Therefore, like many black or African Americans, I am only 2 generations from slavery, and 0 generations from being considered fully human under the law. In the past 50 years, black or African Americans have made a lot of progress, such as President Obama and Vice President Harris. Wait until I show you some of our wealthiest neighborhoods. I do not think any other nationality has made such progress so fast. Just think of what we will achieve in the next 50 years. My current aunt, who is in her 70s, and when she was small, a little girl, she met 2 of them, 2 of her grandaunts that could pass as white. However, the other 2 that could also pass as white never came to visit. My aunt never met these women, and we have no pictures of them. My great-grandaunts could not risk people knowing that they were black. They could not risk their children being labeled as black, and this is why no one ever heard from them. Thus, no one even knew when they died. The 2 great-grandaunts that passed for white, the 2 that came to visit, we knew when they died, but none of us went to their funerals. None of us wanted to cause any problems for the kids they had. This is why some white people, through DNA tests, are finding out that they are 10 to 30% black. In high school, there was a girl that was 100% white, but later she told me that she knew she could pass as a black female, but her brother could not pass as a black male. Because of stuff like this, black people in America had issues when it came to skin color. Up until my parents' generation, skin color was an issue with many black people. Now, my generation does not care about skin color. We do not care if you are dark, light, green, or purple. I dated one girl that was from Ethiopia, and another girl I dated had very dark skin, but both women were gorgeous. All we care about is if the girl is hot or pretty. We do not care if the girl has kids, we do not care what her job is, and we do not care if the girl is crazy. Not too crazy. We do not care if you cannot speak good English. All we care about is if the girl is hot or pretty. During slavery, the light-skinned blacks worked in the house, and the dark-skinned blacks worked the fields. Most of the light-skinned blacks were the plantation owners' children. Now, today, in some Asian cultures, skin color is an issue. Like in Vietnam, if you are dark-skinned meant that you were poor and worked the fields. In Asia, all of their lotions and creams has skin whitening in them. Plus, this is why in Vietnam you see people on a clear sunny day, with no clouds in the sky, walking around under umbrellas, and why no one goes to the beach until the evening. For me, this means that they are still dealing with the results of white Christian missionaries telling them that the whiter you are, the better you are. When I was growing up, you rarely ever saw black people on TV or in any advertisements. Now, today, TV advertisements are filled with black people, mixed couples, single mothers, and gay couples. This movie is called Home. Thus, even cartoons now have mixed kids, mixed couples, single mothers, and gay couples. As you see here, the pictures on the walls of this major retailer are filled with people of color and plus-size women. This is something you will never see in Southeast Asia and in many Eastern European countries. This is also something you would never see back in the 70s, the 80s, or the 90s in America. In a few more generations, the United States might be filled with so many people that are mixed that it might be hard to find a person that is 100% Black American or 100% white American. This will be a great thing because this will mean that all the racists will have no power and no influence. This does not mean that white men, black men, or any men from America prefer women of color. All American men care about is if she is pretty. Since we are partway finished with this video, do not forget to click subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and share this video. Many American men, who are nice guys, will not try to pick up a girl who is working. This is your job, this is where you make a living, and we do not want to mess this up for you. Therefore, most of the girls we first meet in your country are women of color. This is why you see American men, white, black, and Asian, in your country dating women of color. Let me recap. Most American men do not care about skin color. Most American men do not care about the job you have. Most American men do not care if you have kids. This is only if we think we are making enough money to take care of you and your kids. Most American men do not care if the girl is crazy. Not too crazy. Most American men do not care if you cannot speak good English. The only thing we truly care about is if the girl is pretty. Plus, I want to let people know who are not black, that black people's skin and hair require oils. All the other races and nationalities do not have this necessity. Almost all the other races attempt to remove oils from their hair, where African, black, or African American people have to add oils to our skin and hair. For many black people, if we attempt to wash our hair more than 2 times in 5 days, will dry our scalp so much that it will start to hurt. You might wash your hair every other day, where I wash my hair once every 6 months. Most of the time, I just run water through my hair. When I do wash my hair, it can take 5 days of putting oils in my hair to get it back to where I can work with it or style it. Every black person's hair and skin are not the same. Some black people's hair and skin require more oils and lotions compared to other black people. There is no one size that fits all. One product that might work great for one black person might not work for another black person. My hair is different from my brother's or my father's hair. Black women's hair is not just another video, it is another YouTube channel. If you have a baby that is black or mixed, then you have to put lotion on the baby's skin every day. Even as an adult, I have to put lotion on my face, arms, and legs every day. Black people's skin and hair produce very little oil, but our hair and skin absorb oils. I believe that because black people have to use lotion and oils every day is why many black people look younger than their real age. This is Melanie King. She is 40 years old. I will leave a link to her YouTube channel in the description below. Thank you for watching. Please click the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and share this video. I have speech issues, which is why most of my videos are computer-generated voiceovers. Plus, it is hard to edit your own voice. For all my foreign viewers, most translation software is not 100% accurate. So, sorry about any mistakes. One more thing. I now have 10 YouTube channels, so I cannot respond to comments. For a free copy of my music, go to my website. Remember, my music is only background music. Right now, my music is free, But if I have to start paying for extra services, then I might have to set a price for a download. If you want to know how to create your own music, then go to my other YouTube channel and look for the word Garageband. Creating your own music is easy. I did it and I cannot play a musical instrument. If you want to know how to translate a video into other languages, then go to my other YouTube channel and look for the word translate. The links are in the description below.